Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you are new here, hello, my name is Choua, and today I am going to be talking about how therapy has helped me. It has been a little bit over a year since I have gone to therapy. I wanted to share my journey with you all today. So before I get started, I want to put a disclaimer out there that in this video I am going to be talking about my mental health journey, and this includes sensitive topics about destructive behaviors. So if this is going to be triggering for you, please take care of yourself and maybe click out of this video, or I will put a timestamp on the screen and you can skip to that part where I talk about my experiences with therapy. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit lighter than my background story of how I got here in the first place. As I say in my descriptions and my bios, I want to share my health journey on this channel, and that includes my mental health journey as well, not just my blood disorder and chronic health journey. So in order to talk about how therapy has helped me and what I've learned from it and everything, I have to kind of give you a little bit of a background of how I got to the point where I decided to get help. If you have been following along since like the start of 2024, you probably know that I lost my first dog, Ethia. She was a beautiful German Shepherd, and that was my breaking point. My moments and experience of grief when I lost her was the point where I started to really spiral downhill with my mental health. Now I know like before she passed, I was already like mentally unstable. I didn't know how to regulate my emotions. I didn't know how to think for myself without relying on others. I was easily influenced and all of that. But I still had this sense of confidence when it came to my life goals and my career. So I thought I was managing it well, and then I lost Ethia, and then that was when I was another person. Let's just put it that way. I felt like I was a whole different person. I couldn't even recognize myself when I looked in the mirror. I was so overwhelmed by grief to the point where like all my mental health instability kind of just like headbutted each other. And so I displayed a lot of destructive behaviors where I was just so mad at the world. I was so mad at everything around me because I think what was keeping everything together was Ethia. She was my emotional support dog. She was the emotional support that helped me get through the hardest things in my life. So when she passed, I didn't know what to do with myself. You know, let's put it that way. Some behaviors that were pretty destructive were binge eating junk food some days and then barely eating some other days. So I would binge eat super unhealthy food. I would want fast food. I would want to go eat out. I didn't have the energy to cook. I didn't find the desire and the fun in cooking as much as I did in the past. And then there are days where I barely ate at all. I would just drink a lot of water, or sometimes not even water at all. And I would just snack here and there if my stomach is yelling at me. Like if my stomach is growling at me, like saying I'm starving, give me something, I would eat a little snack here and there, but I wouldn't eat full meals. And it really affected my energy level. Another thing that was really bad was that I was sleeping excessively. I was dreading mornings, even though I consider myself a morning person. I slept a lot. On days I didn't work, I would sleep in and want to keep sleeping. On days that I do have a busy schedule and I'm like working and stuff like that, I would feel so tired that I would need a midday nap, or I would take a nap as soon as I was done with work. So it was not good. I thought it was because of my blood disorder, because when you are anemic, you tend to get tired a lot easier, and so you get sleepier a lot quicker and easier than like the than healthy bodied people. And so I thought it was my blood disorder this entire time, but then I learned that wasn't just the case. So I slept a lot, like a lot. Even on days where like on weekends when there was nothing to do, I would sleep in, and then I would get up, get ready, eat, and then I would sleep more, and then get up and eat, and then sleep again. So I was sleeping a lot. Even though I did sleep a lot, I felt like I didn't have a good night's sleep, because I would wake up from nightmares, or I would wake up freaking out and having like panic attacks and stuff like that. So that was a behavior that was really hard to navigate. Another behavior was that I was trying to escape my reality through music, movies, anime, drama, webtoons, all of that. I just did not want to face reality. I did not want to get up and clean. I did not want to get up and do chores or run errands. I just wanted something to take me out of what I'm actually going through. And so I read a lot of things. I watched a lot of things. And when one thing was over, I would look for something else to fill that void, to make sure I was always distracted, always have an escape. And that was not good. Although I did have a lot of fun watching movies, my dramas, my anime, reading my webtoons and all of that, it got to the point where like I was neglecting my responsibilities in my real life to keep on binge reading or binge watching. And so that was not good. And then the one habit and behavior that I was doing a lot of, and I was so sick of it, and it was crying. I was crying constantly and excessively, and crying that much tires your girl out. Let me just put it that way. Crying takes a lot out of you. If I am crying on days that I barely ate, I feel even more exhausted, and then I would sleep more. Or like if I can't sleep, I would binge read or binge watch more stuff. And so it was just a very destructive cycle of all these behaviors together. Crying was a really big thing this entire time before I got help. Crying was the one outlet that I thought was normal, but it got to the point where I was crying all the time. I was crying while I was cooking, cleaning, showering, getting ready for the day, getting unready for the day, stuff like that. I was crying so much. It got to the point where I was annoyed with myself. It got to the point where I was pretty fed up with my behavior, and I knew that it was a me problem, not a them problem. And so I decided to seek help, and I decided that I wanted to change. I wanted to get out of this. I want to see like if what I'm feeling is actually a problem, or am I crazy? Is this all in my head? All of that jazz. So that's why I sought therapy. So then towards the end of 2024, I finally admitted to myself that I needed help. And even though we got Ira, which helped brighten up my days, it helped me regulate my emotions a little bit more. It helped me find happiness. It just was not enough, and I was still angry, and I was still really sad, and sometimes all of those emotions were projected onto others and onto her, and it was not fair. So that's when I decided to start therapy. I was following the advice and the directions and like the care plan that I was doing with my therapist, alongside continuously just hoping that these medications will help, and it did. But I was still dealing with very vivid nightmares and panic attacks. But then things began to slowly shift for the better. My nightmares were not terrors where I would wake up crying or like having panic attacks or like hyperventilating, and having my partner like wake me up. So I would say that's a win. And therapy has helped me find a sense of self in a way where I can start to differentiate my emotions and my thoughts from what's happening around me. With the help of therapy, I have started to stick to boundaries, stick to limitations and rules that I have made for myself to protect my peace and my mental state. I recently started to go to group therapy as well, and that has helped me a lot because it made me relate to other people in the group of, oh, I'm not the only one experiencing this. You're experiencing it too, even though the way you are experiencing these emotions are completely different from my situation, from my life. We feel the same in our different situations and all of that, and it's just really nice to get support from other people, and that recognition and acknowledgement of not feeling like I'm alone in this, and feeling like we can connect with one another and learn from one another and just hear stories from each other and empower each other through it is what has helped me as well. So I am continuously going to see my therapist individually and then also attending group therapy, and it's what's helping me. Honestly, it's helping me really being able to find myself again and feel happier and be brighter, and stop myself from going back to the old me that was destructive. And so this is a journey that I am still going to like be on for a while, and there's still a lot of battles to fight. There's still a lot of things that I gotta work through, and it's not going to be resolved by the end of the year or anything like that by any means. But I just wanted to sit down and share with y'all my experiences and my journey with just 1 year of therapy. And of course, how I go through therapy and how I am seeking treatment is going to be different from other people. So I'm not licensed or anything. This is just me anecdotally telling you how therapy has helped me and how it has shifted my mindset, my lifestyle, my livelihood, everything. I hope this video empowers some of you who may be going through some mental stuff as well to maybe consider therapy, because I was really banking on like, I don't need therapy, it's expensive, yada yada. But I got to the point where it's like, I think I have this, I think I have that, but like I didn't want to self-diagnose myself, so I went to go seek help. And I literally cried my eyes out when my therapist and my doctor and them were saying, yeah, you have X, Y, and Z. It was validating to hear someone who is licensed to tell me that what I am feeling is not made up. It's not all in my head. I am actually going through a medical crisis kind of thing. So I hope this empowers you. If you have been looking for a sign to seek help, regardless of whether that is to seek for therapy, to go talk to your doctor about what you should do with like helping with your mental health, take this as a sign to even just consider it, think about it, discuss it with people you trust, and your doctor, and see what are the options out there for you. Because it has helped me a lot. Yeah, so this video is a little bit chatty and it is a little heavier and a little bit more sensitive than some of the videos that I have posted recently, but I wanted to just share this with you all because that is the goal of this channel. That this is the meaning of this channel, is to share my experiences with you all and empower you all to be your very best as well. So thank you all for just being here and listening to me talk about my mental health journey with therapy. And make sure you like and subscribe. If you haven't already, I would love to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And comment down below on what you would like to see next. And if you're comfortable, let me know if you have experiences with therapy that has helped you down below. And you know, I want to make this a really nice and welcoming community where we can share our experiences and encourage one another and empower each other. So anyways, that is all. I will see you in the next one. Bye.